Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Steph, and today I thought we would go back to soft pastel and paint something a little more spring-like. We've been having all kinds of weather the last couple of weeks. We've had highs in the 70s, which felt very nice and warm. And then we're back down to the 40s and very windy and lots of rain and a little bit of snow. So we're kind of all over the place in my part of the world. But I'm very much looking forward to real, true spring. Hopefully, it's coming soon. So we're going to paint a landscape that has purple crocus, which is a flower I really like. I'm always excited to see it in bloom because I know spring is on its way. Spring is coming for sure when you start to see the crocus and the snowdrops where I live. So this one has a lot of greens and purples in it. It's a really pretty picture. So grab your pastels or whatever medium you like and come join me to paint this landscape. So, as we're getting started here, I wanted to tell you that there were some moments when I was painting this that I felt that I had made some mistakes and I should have made some different choices. And I'll point those out to you when they come along. But I want to remind you that this is really just about the process. This is about making some creative time for yourself and enjoying the process itself rather than criticizing yourself for the outcome. Here you can see I'm putting in some darks. This is a very dark blue. These will be the shadows on the ground and also the shadows along the tree line in the background. this is just a reminder to not blow the pastel dust off of your paper. Make sure you tap it into a trash can to avoid having those particles in the air. Here I'm using the same dark brown that I was using for the tree trunks to put in some shadows for a pine tree that's off to the left. I want to do that in a different color as opposed to using the dark blue, so it contrasts a little bit with the background tree line. And now I'm going to start with my darkest green. It's kind of a muted green color, and I will add some brighter, more vibrant greens later on. clouds are always a bit of a struggle for me, so I kept them simple here with just a very light blue pastel and some simple puffy cloud shapes. One of the things I wish I had done differently was to not use so much green on these background trees. I wish I had gone with maybe some cooler colors to contrast with the very green foreground. I felt like it kind of got lost having so much green. Sometimes I get hung up trying to match the colors in the reference photo, and you don't have to do that. You can use other colors. So sometimes it's best to keep the background a little bit cooler so it just sort of fades into the distance. It just gives the piece a little bit more depth. Now I'm starting to fill in the trees, the bigger trees. And this was another area that I felt I could have done a little bit differently. I wish I'd used um, just some different greens, maybe something a little darker, more vibrant, I think might have been better. I felt like because I used those greens, very similar greens with the background trees, everything kind of got jumbled up and lost. So I really wished I had gone cooler in the background and then maybe used something a little bit more vibrant with those foreground trees. But I think in the end, it turned out okay. Now I'm starting with the crocus. I'm using a vibrant purple and I'm keeping it loose. I'm doing a few where you can tell they're actually flowers. And then as I move into the background, they are just going to be some loose strokes, not really flower shaped at all. using a lighter purple here to give the flowers the sense that light is shining through the petals. The flowers that are in shadow, I'm going to use a little bit less of the lighter colors. And the ones that are in the sunlight, I'm going to go even lighter than this purple. I'll use my lightest purple that I have to really give you the sense that they are in the sunshine. And we're all finished. I hope you enjoyed this one. Let me know in the comments if you end up painting it in pastel or in any other medium. And you can tag me on social media at Steph's Crafty. I'd love to see your work. See you next time.